Hey guys, Nathan Brennan Masters. I've been pretty busy lately with my crowdfunders and things. And, a little bit ago, I did a video about Morgue Design. He did a video about Kelsey Rodriguez and, his thoughts on her having an actual art business. I did a response to it. Quite frankly, a lot of people did a response to it. And I didn't know that he responded to my video. In fact, Morgue, he responded to everybody. And if you thought about that video hard, Morgue responded to your ass. It's a 3-hour video. And what I realized is Morgue gives absolutely not one fuck. And I'm here for it.
Our next video is by Night Phoenix Press, and it's called Morgue Design Doesn't Understand the Art Business.
Woo! We done hit the big time, boys! And excuse the fireworks, guys. It is the 4th of July here in America, and people are celebrating, so you will be hearing fireworks outside. Now, before he breaks his foot all the way off my ass, let me address something that's actually kind of important, at least to me.
He lied about me using the term scammers.
Now, the rest of this video is whatever, but this is a credibility argument. Now, if you've watched my main channel, my old school channel way back in the day, which pretty much was my main channel, my vlogging channel when I had that, or this channel, what you do know about me, what you know about me specifically is that when I do these videos, I may make a mistake, but I do not lie. And there is a specific reason for that. The reason is if you truly believe what you are saying, you never have to lie about it. That's why I don't like Hassan Piker. That's why I don't like a lot of these Manga and everything is woke grifters. I don't like them because they lie. And they have to lie because their points and beliefs aren't good. They know they're not right. So when people are like, well, maybe they're being misled, blah, blah, no. You know they're not being misled because they are lying. And if you ever notice, I always say, go to the video, watch it yourself, and you get to see if what I'm saying is true. And if it's not, you can always come back, just like he came back. Now, let's address this. Morgue is not coming out calling them scammers. So I'm going to give him that. Morgue, if you're watching, I'm going to definitely give you that. Okay, fine. The issue here is using the term pyramid scheme or even implying that a thing is like a pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme is a scam. That being said, I'm also going to acknowledge the word scam gets thrown around a lot. It basically means you're doing something colloquially, it basically means you're doing something to take people's money and not give them back the thing that you promised. So here in the crowdfunding community, I just did a video recently about an artist that got $30,000. Now, he spent that $30,000. He lived off that $30,000. It doesn't really matter what happened to the money. What we know is that the people didn't get the books. As far as anybody's concerned, that was a scam. Now, him being in the Comicsgate community and having the audience he has, a lot of people were kind of like, you go ahead and don't worry about it. But things like that, even if they weren't intending to be a scam, the way a lot of people look at it is, you promised me something. If I gave you money and you didn't give me what you said you would, that is a scam. So when you say something is like a pyramid scheme, which is a scam, people tend to believe that you're saying that the thing is a scam because it's like a pyramid scheme. Ergo, the person propagating that scheme is a scammer. So even though Morgue doesn't particularly call anyone a scammer, that is the implication, considering the first part of the video that he claims I didn't watch is him going on about what a pyramid scheme actually is. which is why I said he debunked himself in the first part of the video. But I get the thing that he's saying is that there was, nuance. But it still stands that using a pyramid scheme as the basis of your video, which again is a scam, equates to calling the person a scammer. Now, where I will meet Morgue at is that he may not have meant to do that. It's easy to call somebody a scammer if you don't know the principles of the thing that they're presenting.
It seems like the premise of the video is that I don't understand how art businesses work, and that's why I called them scammers. First of all, I never called anybody a scammer.
The way he said, first of all, I thought he was about to go straight to pop.
I will say that I should have done a better job of establishing my credibility when I made my video. Anybody who watched the video but didn't do any research about me would have no way of knowing that I know what I'm talking about.
Now, that is true. I did not do a deep dive on who Morgue was. I only responded to what he was saying in the video that he says that I didn't watch.
I have almost 2,000 sales in my Etsy shop, so I know what it takes to make sales. I've been a freelance graphic designer for a few years now, so I know how to work with clients. And I have 40,000 followers on Instagram, so I know how to grow an audience who cares about my artwork.
All right, Rice Gum, out here flexing like it's 2012. All right, fair enough. You do indeed know how to run an art business and grow an audience, which makes me question your video even more now. Now, I'm going to skip the next portion of this. It's just me explaining what a pyramid scheme is, and I'm going to jump right to his response.
Yes, there is no literal downline in this pyramid scheme. That's why when I mention a downline, I say that it is basically a downline. Basically is a word used to emphasize the essential or fundamental nature of a thing or situation, or the most important characteristics of something, without all of the details and nuances. So while it is not literally a downline, it functions in the same basic way.
So basically, it's not a downline because it's literally not. It's literally just selling courses to people. That's all it is. It's selling a product. If people want it, they can buy it. If they don't, they can push on.
Her recruits are buying advice, and the vast majority of them have no interest in her art. So I'm not sure how this makes her business an art business.
Because from what I understand, and I could be wrong, the advice that she's giving is about how to have a successful art business. Am I crazy? What?
If her customers, like See a Mystery, for example, are looking to Kelsey for advice about how to sell courses, and then they turn around and sell their course to their audiences, who will also have to sell courses because apparently it's impossible to be an artist without doing that, how is that different from a pyramid scheme?
If I take Kelsey's course and learn how to sell courses, and then I sell this course, it's only a pyramid scheme if I then have to go back and give Kelsey some of the money I make from my course. If that is not happening, a pyramid scheme isn't happening, nor anything like a pyramid scheme is happening, basically, nor otherwise. Now, this is what Kelsey has to offer. You can tell me if she offers something else, but these are the main things on her site. The only thing I see that may be about selling courses is the Creative Entrepreneurs Workbook Bundle, which may have something in it about selling courses. But the other thing is profitable product launches and 90-minute strategy sessions. None of that screams pyramid scheme to me. And I'm willing to bet anything she's selling in these courses, you could probably find on the internet for free. But there's going to be specific people who vibe with her and they want it from her and they're willing to pay for a course or a product from her. That's called paying a premium. And since you run an art business, you know that. Now, you may have heard me say this before. I don't necessarily consider myself an artist. I'm a businessman that can write and draw.
Can you write and draw?
You motherfucker! Oh, he was spicy! I know Morgue was about that smoke like that! I did not know he won't order smoke. Wait. Roll that back.
Can you write and draw?
Look at him. He knew that was hot. He said, this the spice. Get your ass out of here. Well done, sir. Well done. Now, for the next order of business. Now, I'm focusing on Kelsey because she seems to be the big wig he was kind of going after, and that's the one everybody seems to focus on. But I'm willing to bet the rest of them have some similar thing they're doing.
I'm willing to bet the rest of them have some kind of similar thing they're doing. If he watched my video, he wouldn't need to make a bet about what the rest of them have going on. He would know because he would have listened to what I said about what the rest of them have going on.
I have no argument for that. That was a turn of phrase, and I'm not even sure why he's arguing it, with the exception to try to make this I didn't watch the video thing, but it's very clear that I did watch the videos. Okay.
So he's talking about Kelsey because everyone else is, and he never watched my video.
My guy, I swear I ain't watch his shit.
Oh, look at this. A comment from Adam, who absolutely loved his take on this.
Marcus, over that. What is that attitude, my God? What is happening right now? Okay, now I need to know, is there lore between him and Adam, or is it just about this video? I gotta know.
And a reply. Hey man, no prob. I enjoyed your vid about the survival of the art community.
And that is exactly how I sounded when I wrote that.
This would explain why he's making this video, despite not seeing mine.
It's literally the exact opposite. I saw your video, and it was low-hanging fruit, and I'm lazy. It was a topic I had strong opinions about, in a video that was very easy to debunk, from a guy that didn't seem like he knew what the hell he was talking about. It is like watching a Denims video. But why are you mad at everybody else? See, I think that you're not mad at everybody else. I think that you knew this video would do numbers the way it did. And you saw all these other videos, you said, I'm gonna make me a little bit of money.
As far as I'm aware, no one has ever talked about art YouTubers selling the idea of being art businesses, despite not being full-time artists. When I made my video, I didn't see any other videos about the topic, let alone videos doing numbers.
When I did my video, I saw a lot of other videos that were criticizing Kelsey Rodriguez. So I figured that you jumped on that bandwagon, but you quite possibly, could have been the catalyst because your video had actually been around for a while. So you got me on that. But one thing is, your video was catty as hell, which did indeed make it a bit of an easy target.
He made this video because he saw other people making their response videos, including or especially Adam Duff, Lucid Pixel. He didn't even watch my video, but he wanted to jump in with his response.
There's no way he could have watched my video and then say, I didn't watch his video. I'm not Professor X. I don't read minds. I can't do things by osmosis. There's no way for me to make the video I made without watching his video. As for me seeing other people's video and wanting to chime in, yeah, I'm not against jumping on a trend. If I have a strong opinion about that trend and I can communicate that opinion in an effective and entertaining manner, I will do so. And if you've been watching my channel, you know I have very strong opinions about artists not understanding business and almost being anti-business, while at the same time trying to run an art business. I think it's lunacy. I think a lot of young artists are weirdos, to be honest with you. And we artists have always been kind of weird, so that's saying something. They treat art like sex. Everything needs consent. Referencing is wrong. Any kind of tracing is wrong. And if anybody influences your style, you have to kind of go to them and say, hey, can I draw like you? Now, I'm a comic book guy, and people know that. And where I come from, everybody tried to draw like everybody. That's how you got work. But I understand it's different markets. The online art commission market and things like that is very different from the comic book market. So you're dealing with a very different type of artist. And the artists I really despise are the so-called TikTok artists who literally just sit on TikTok all day and bully other artists when they don't have the proper style, or they're a beginner, or their art doesn't look exactly the way, TikTok says their art should look. There's apparently some approved art styles on TikTok, and if you don't have those styles, you can be bullied into changing your style so that TikTok likes it. Your style's got to be what TikTok wants. And if you're one of those kind of TikTok artists, you can go kick rocks. I'll leave it at that.
I'm not impressed with this video. He just assumed that I'm not qualified to talk about having an art business. He missed the nuances about me using the term downline. And of course, it's hard to soak in the nuances of an argument when you didn't even watch it in the first place. Night Phoenix Press is just another baby bird, reliant on mommy bird for his thoughts and opinions.
Morgue talking that wild shit, boy. I like that. First off, your qualifications didn't matter because you're still wrong. Second off, your nuance, as you yourself explained it, was still wrong. And third, I did watch your video, hence me being able to break it down and explain why you were wrong.
He made this video because he thought it would get a lot of views and is projecting those views-oriented objectives onto me.
And you're right. Everybody's intention is to make a video that gets views. And that definitely includes me. I'm a very rewards-oriented person. But at the end of the day, I had one point and one point only. There's no way in hell that what Kelsey is doing is the same as a pyramid scheme. Not kinda, not basically, not remotely. And that includes her quote-unquote downline, which she does not have. She only has customers. And if those customers also decide to take what they learned from her, then go and do the same as her, that's not a downline. That's literally taking what you learned and using it.
If there were any redeeming qualities about this video, it might be the thumbnail. I thought it was pretty nice. I love that he took the time to find a nice screen grab of my face, which was different than the picture I used for my thumbnail. His picture might even be nicer than the one I picked. How'd he do that?
Oh, no problem, man. I got you, man. I'll pick out a nice picture for you. I ain't gonna do you dirty like that.
Video is still terrible though.
If you want to see Morgue's video, I will link it in the description. This one, I didn't watch all of it because it's 3 hours long. But what I did watch is very entertaining. Other than that, you guys take it easy. Don't forget my adult urban fantasy comic Dark will be going live on Kickstarter in a few weeks. That's the book I'm currently drawing. If you want to follow that campaign so you can back it, the link is in the description and will be in the pinned comments. Check you guys later. Nathan Brendan Masters. Hasta.
Don't look back, we're here to stay. A life we knew would come one day. And this is it, the borderline to where the future leaves us behind. The fire will burn.